Select a room where you can be alone for a while. Find a comfortable chair to sit in, and position it so that you are facing either a bare wall or a wall with very few decorations. If it is necessary, you might want to move some of your furniture around, so that when you sit you have as simple and as unobstructed a view as possible. Now when you have achieved this, select some object that has a simple design and place it in the room so that it will be directly in your line of vision when you are sitting. I find that a table lamp that is painted in one color, or at most two colors, works well for this. You don't want an extremely complicated painting, because that is too difficult to visualize, at least at first. And you do not want something that is too banal, because it won't present enough of a challenge to your budding powers. You want something that you can visualize accurately without undue effort. Once you have selected your object, whether it is a lamp or whatever, put it where you will not see anything else when you look at it. Now sit down and study the scene in front of you. Take just a minute or two and notice all the visual details. Then close your eyes and try to see the room and the object just as you did with your eyes open. This is a visualization exercise, but with a difference. When you visualize the room in front of you, you want to see it in your mind's eye just exactly the same way as you saw it with your physical eyes. You want to put your mental images out there, as it were, so that the wall of your visualized room seems to be the same distance in front of you as the wall of the actual room. The object that you have placed in front of you should be in your visualization just as far away as the actual object is. Now this may seem obvious to some of you, the superior intelligent Hanan, but I emphasize it because a common beginner's mistake is to put the mental images inside the head. If you want to achieve much success with astral projection, you must surround yourself with your images, so that you see the room the same way with your eyes opened or closed. Now at first your images will fade quickly. This is to be expected, and when it happens, you are to open your eyes, survey the room in front of you again, so as to refresh your visual memory, then close your eyes, and once again, try to see the room in front of you. Continue this exercise for 10 to 15 minutes at a session, and try to have at least one practice session every day. February 4th. One thing that you will find in this type of development is that a brief session of 10 or 15 minutes a day will accomplish more for you than 40 minutes to an hour every 4 days. After you have sharpened your powers of visualization somewhat, so that you are ready for something more complicated than a table lamp, let me suggest that you try a clock. Look at the clock, then close your eyes and rest for several minutes. Then visualize the clock in front of you. If you really are having any success in working toward astral projection, you will find that the clock you see in your mind's eye will show the correct time. Of course, that doesn't mean anything unless you allow some time to elapse between looking at the clock and visualizing it. But if you do some few minutes of meditation, you will give the hands time to change position. As your practice improves, you may visualize a clock in a different room. Some students have worked with this experiment until they could instantly tell the correct time at any hour of the day without looking at a timepiece. March 4th. After about 2 weeks of this kind of practice, you may start having some spontaneous astral projection experiences. Don't expect too much at first. And especially don't expect to have instant control of the sort some Indian Mahatma might have. But if you persist, you may find some evening as you are dropping off to sleep that you have the experience of stepping out of your body just before you lose consciousness. These experiences will come most frequently in the late evening and in the very early morning, as you are just awakening, since it is at these times that the tension between the astral and physical bodies is weakest. Another experience that you may have is being able to actually see the room in front of you with your eyes closed, especially when you are meditating or after you have just awakened in the morning. At first, these experiences will not be well developed. You will see, as Plato said, as if through a glass, and darkly. But in time you will be able to see better, and when you find that you can see clearly, even though the experiences are still spontaneous, you will be ready for your first astral step. April 4th. Here is a quick drawing I did.